the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Dolphins and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs,
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Pushing his way through. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech, getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Ingram again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They give to Ingram up the middle. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be caught by Toney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
The 16-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. In motion, Hill. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give, running right, Achane. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now here's Mahomes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Hill on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Washington in motion left. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From midfield, here's Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And again, it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mahomes going to throw. On the check down, it's Ingram. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown. Keontae Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this returnable for Hill. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, back to Achane. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They fake the handoff. Now Tua able to get away. Throw out wide is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. In motion left goes a tight end. Mahomes now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That'll be caught by Rice. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out come the Dolphins now. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 2nd down and 3. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Tua going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Rice. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Matt Ariza now. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On play action, here's Tua. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 72 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Devon Achane. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here come the Dolphins.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Running right, here's Achane. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. In motion, Hill. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And he slings one that's incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Complete to number 87, Travis Kelsey. 10 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. KC's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelce.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Mahomes going to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
2nd down and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he spins past him and into space. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Mahomes now to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. From the gun, it's Mahomes. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Sky Moore. A gain of 12. And the Dolphins first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Washington's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's caught. Beckham. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Mahomes.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
And this returnable for Hill.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Achane on the counter.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hill going to go in motion right.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, Ingram. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now here's Mahomes. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Man, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And powering through at the 35. And some strong running. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He dumps it down to Ingram. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Tua.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
Here's Tua.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Staying on his feet. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Ingram again. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Ingram is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On play action, here's Tua. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing Tua. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. The Chiefs offense set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They give to Ingram up the middle. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.